Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Lena. This is Lena's Bookshelf, and we're going to talk about my November TBR. So, excuse my voice, I've been very sick, and my voice is still not back to normal, but I wanted to go ahead and get this filmed for you, and I just couldn't wait until my voice came back. I'm not sure how many of these I'm actually going to get to, because I have kind of decided that I'm going to use November as like a mood reading type of month. Okay, sorry, I realized I forgot to grab my tea for my throat. That should definitely help. All right, so where was I? So some of these are for specific vlogs, some of these are just for fun, but I'm giving myself the grace to mood read this month if I feel like it, because the last couple months I have had really strict TBRs, which has been good for me to lower my physical TBR, but it also has left me feeling kind of uninspired, and I found myself DNFing a lot of books. So in order to avoid that this month, I have a very loose TBR, but who knows, my wrap up might look totally different from this. So first I want to talk about a few historical fiction books that I want to read this month. I've really been enjoying historical fiction, and I think the fall time, this like November cold era, is the perfect time for some historical fiction. So the first one I have is Zori, and I picked this up in a little free library kind of on a whim, but this is about an orphan in the Depression era in the Midwest. So it seemed like a literary fiction, historical fiction, but it's blurbed by Mona Awad, which I thought was interesting, who wrote Bunny. So it's pretty short, so I feel like if it's no good, I'll just put it back in a little free library, and if it is good, it's only 150 pages, so I should be able to get through it fairly quickly. And then I'm going to read this chunker, The Nightingale by Kristen Hanna. I have read one other Kristen Hanna and really enjoyed it, so I'm excited to jump into this one. And my friend Jordan from the channel Sorry Booked Solid really enjoyed this one as well, so I am hoping to pick up this one, and I don't know a whole lot about it. I know it's World War II, and that's about it. The next book I'm planning to pick up is actually the book that I am going to start first, and it's The Shadows We Hide by Alan Eskins, and I just really like the cover of this. And this is about a journalist who has to face his past, and he also has a brother that he supports that has autism, and he is working to put his girlfriend through med school, I believe. No, law school. And so he is juggling all of that, and then now he has to go back to his hometown. And I think there's a murder involved here too. So I'm not sure if it's technically a thriller, but I'm excited to try it out. The next book I'm planning on reading is Take My Hand by Dolan Perkins Valdez, and this was the book of the month pick in May of this year. And this is set in, I believe, the 60s. 70s, 1973 in Montgomery, Alabama, and it follows an African-American woman who is in nursing school. So I love this cover. I think it's gorgeous, and I'm really excited to read this one. I've heard really good things. And then this would not be a Lena's Bookshelf TBR if we didn't have a good solid thriller, so I am going to be reading Daisy Darker by Alice Feeney. I have started this and put it down because I just had other things I needed to read, but I've heard really good things, and so I want to know what the hype is all about. And then for a out of my comfort zone reading vlog, I am going to be reading I Married a Lizardman, which is a smut novel, and I'm also, along with this one in that vlog, going to be reading the first Ice Planet Barbarians. I think that's what it's called. So yeah, looking forward to that one. We'll see if alien smut and lizard smut is the genre for me. And then I'm also going to be participating in Nonfiction November, so here's a couple of the nonfiction books that I'm planning on picking up. First is a reread, and it is Columbine by Dave Cullen, and this is a like a true crime, very unbiased depiction of what happened on, I believe it was April 20th, yes, April 20th of 1999 during the Columbine shooting. And I have read this previously, and it is so moving and so thought-provoking, and it really is a very neutral third-party view. I feel like Dave Cullen did a great job of giving the facts of what happened that day without putting bias or opinion or sides or anything to this act of terrorism. And I'm reading this because this past month I read A Mother's Reckoning by Sue Klebold, who is the mother of one of the shooters of Columbine. So obviously that one is going to have personal bias and personal opinions in it as well. So, but some of the details were fuzzy, so I wanted to go back and reread this one again. And then I also have Why Has Nobody Told Me This Before by Dr. Julie Smith. And this is supposed to be like little tools for mental health. It's supposed to kind of fill your mental health toolbox, so to speak, with just navigating difficult times and anxiety and things like that. I struggle with anxiety and panic disorder, and so I'm always looking for little tools and things to help me on my mental health journey. And it's blurbed by Lori Gottlieb, who wrote Maybe You Should Talk to Somebody, which is a book that I really enjoyed. And then the last book that I have on this TBR is a little bit of a different book, and it's called #Church2, How Purity Culture Upholds Abuse and How to Find Healing, and it's by Emily Joy Allison. So after the #MeToo movement kind of caught fire, this woman came out and kind of started the #Church2 movement, which is about sexual assault and sexualized behaviors within church and within religion. And I have some experience with church trauma and purity culture trauma and things like that, so I am very interested in reading this to kind of get another opinion on it. So kind of a different specified type of book, but I am looking forward to it. So anyways, let me know what you think of my TBR. Let me know if you've read any of these and what you think about them. Please hit that subscribe button. It really helps out my channel, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.